Episode 116.
This shape, shifting silver weapon, is something we've never seen before.
So, I want to test its practicality a bit more. The fact he's using it now means it's a level 25 weapon at most. If its practical value is limited, then, of course, there's no need to keep investing time, effort, and resources into researching and improving it further. No wonder this guy never specialized. Judging by its design, it's definitely made for an unspecialized player.
To test the weapon, he tried teaming up with all sorts of players, challenging every record he could find. He just wanted to test the weapon's true power.
Nigel was quite pleased with his own deduction.
But in a new server, there aren't many resources available. How was this weapon even forged in the first place? That's the part I can't figure out. Transfer from the old server. How can you transfer servers with your weapon equipped? You can only transfer a brand new, level 1 character.
Self-made equipment is stored in the equipment editor. It doesn't count as items on your character.
As a major guild leader, Jiang Yu was practically a club insider with a far broader perspective than most. Where would your average player ever get their hands on custom gear? They had no idea such a mechanic even existed.
I see.
So, his mad scramble for materials it's probably for that silver weapon. That's beyond my expertise.
Jiang Yu sighed helplessly. If he knew how to craft custom equipment, he'd be considered a technical expert. Now, being a guild leader, that's a management role.
Just keep an eye on him, Fu Niang. If that's really his background, then don't waste your breath trying to recruit him.
Nightfall Pond didn't say anything more, and the messages between them fell silent for a moment. Jiang Yu was still running the dungeon with his team when Cold Night Pool suddenly sent him another private message.
Hey, there's still one more person you haven't mentioned.
That one with the fancy name, Soma Chang's, the one taken from poetry. Windswept Mist, what a weird one. Nowhere near as catchy as Bunny Invasion.
Oh, this guy's just average. He accidentally pulled off a recoil control in the dungeon earlier. You scared the hell out of me. But aside from that, his performance was just average. A steady character who didn't make any real mistakes. Should we try to recruit him? This person might have been brought in as a temporary substitute. He seems pretty familiar with Lord Grimm, from what I can tell. He's probably someone we can recruit either. Anyway, for now, just keep an eye on Cold Smoke Soft and Steamed Bun Invasion. They're the main targets. Both have incredible potential. And that new player, Lord Grimm, was likely discovered in Game 2. Do your best to recruit him.
I understand.
2 people had received the message. Jiang Yu, ever the one to join in on the fun, had followed these 4 players, clearing Frost Forest and then moving on to the barnyard. After a thorough observation, his assessment of the 4 remained unchanged from before. He was confident he hadn't misjudged them. With the dungeon run complete, Jiang Yu took his leave first, and Sumo Cheng went to rest. Bunny Invasion was now at the point where, if he didn't go bully a few people in the arena each day, his hands would itch unbearably. So off he went to pick on some folks. In the end, only Ye Shio and Tang Ru remained, silently grinding away in the leveling zone. Back at the excellent Era Club, Chen Yehui secured the account card Liu Hao needed and delivered it overnight. For this push into the 10th server, the guild leader of Excellent Dynasty is personally overseeing operations. That's why they're getting accounts set up faster and more efficiently than the 3 major guilds. Ye Xiu, you're about to see what I can do. Liu Hao rallied his crew. With a face twisted in fury, he sat before the computer and led his team charging into the Frost Forest dungeon. This time, they gave it their all, holding nothing back. Moments later, another system announcement echoed across the 10th server. Jia Dynasty has broken the Frost Forest dungeon record. Time 12 minutes, 55 seconds, 4 milliseconds. In the eyes of the players, this record, which they already considered the absolute limit, had just been shattered once again. What in the world is going on with the Frost Forest dungeon in Server 10? It's actually making countless heroes bend their backs in competition. The sky was just beginning to lighten, the time when players who had pulled an all-nighter were at their most bleary-eyed and drowsy. Seeing this system message, they all perked up, some launching into heated discussions. Gossip flew, and the guild channels instantly became more lively than prime-time television.
They're definitely going ahead. Head now.
Lanxi Pavilion's main tank, Lantern Knight, sighed with feeling. Aren't those two clubs Tyranny and Excellent Era? Those two clubs have always been bitter rivals, and now their guilds are going head-to-head in the new server.
No, but the record is just too terrifying. Lord Grim is one thing. We've seen his skill. But who's the powerhouse on Dynasty's side? Where did all these experts come from?
Lan River was puzzled. This time, the 5 characters were completely different from the ones that had set the record last time. Saijo stared at the leaderboard for the Frost Forest dungeon. The 1st and 3rd place slots were both held by Jaya Dynasty teams, sandwiched right between them.
So it looks like someone's power, leveling them. They were just using accounts from the Dynasty Guild side. So, what's Tyrannical Ambition going to do about it?
They're going to hire Lord Grim. Lan River's smile turned a bit sinister. Of course he knew Lord Grim. Each request came with a hefty price tag. Watching Tyrannical Ambition run around like this filled Blue River with a secret glee. He wasn't the only one secretly enjoying this. Carriage Seed sent a message too, saying, "This feels great." Yeah. Lan River chuckled gleefully, sharing a rare moment of amusement with Chi Chuanzi. Looks like those two guilds are about to go at it, he said.
Hard to say. As for Dynasty, they haven't made any major moves in quite a while.
Team Jiashi just went through a major reshuffle and rebuild. The guild also wants to restore its prestige. So taking down a rival guild in the new server is the perfect move.
No doubt about it. Does Dynasty have that kind of pull? Can't you see it? You've got a mastermind backing you up.
Could you pull off a record like that?
Lan River fell silent. He had to admit it, the current Frost Forest dungeon record was beyond the reach of even elite players like them. Who's the ringer for Dynasty? Lan River wondered, could Jiashi have even mobilized a pro player just for this minor dungeon record? No way. While the other guilds were lost in their wild speculations, the Tyrannical Ambition Guild channel was thick with a palpable sense of resentment.
Is that really necessary?
Seeing him go this hard, Cold Night Pond was utterly dumbstruck. This dungeon run has really taken it out of him. The guild members fell silent, none knowing what to say. Dungeon records are meant to be broken and rebroken, but this time, something just feels off about it. And the sky isn't even light yet. The new record had already been broken. The Dynasty Guild is way too eager. It's just Frost Forest. Do they really have to go all out for a dungeon record? Should we go find Lord Grim again? Someone asked. Anyone with half a brain knows they can't beat this record on their own. Nightfall Cold Pool remained silent. This back and forth grinding wasn't a viable strategy. He had no idea how Dynasty had managed to pull it off. But every time he sought out Lord Grim, he paid a hefty price. Trading blows like this was clearly a losing game for him. But if he doesn't fight back now, with the entire server watching, he'll be seen as being suppressed. He'll lose too much face. Losing to any other guild, they could maybe swallow that. But to the Dynasty, everyone in Glory knows Jiashi and Baotu are bitter rivals. That feud spills right into the game. Jaya Dynasty and Tyrannical Ambition are sworn rivals. For a veteran like Yedu Hangtan, no one needed to rile him up against Dynasty. He just had a deep, seated grudge against them. And now, to have Jia Dynasty come along and stomp all over our record, it's just the absolute worst. Night-Tide Cold Pool stewed in frustration for a moment before logging off. He was going to find Jiang Yu and ask him how to handle this. Night Frost was at a loss for what to do next.